Hey guys, before we jump into the video, I just want to do a quick rundown of the bike itself for people that are new to the channel so they can have a better understanding of what's going on. So this is my 1968 Honda CL175. I've been building it for about 2 years now to be a land speed bike. It is supercharged with a 300cc roots blower. It's running fuel injection now with a micro squirt ECU, runs an external fuel pump with VP Racing M5 methanol. In the video you'll see today, we have it on the highest boost setting we can run with the injectors we have. So it will be on about 10.5 to 11 pounds of boost in this video. If you want to see more detail about the bike itself, there's several videos before this one. Follows me through the build. But in this video, we finally take it down to Arkansas to the horsepower harvest put on by ECTA. The record we're going after is an open record, meaning that there is currently no record, or there was no record at the time. So as long as we made a pass, we would set the record for supercharged 175cc. But our goal going down there was to hit 100 miles an hour. So enough of me talking, here's the video. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. Well, I guess tomorrow's mainly the day. Today we're heading down to Arkansas for the horsepower harvest to finally run our land speed bike at an official event. So I got the bike in the trailer, car's loaded up. It's about a 5-hour drive or so. The plan today is to get down there, get teched in, and then tomorrow do our rookie runs. And once we do that, we can go ahead and make full passes.
Brakes fail.
Okay, so jumping ahead to Friday morning, this is the drivers meeting for all the drivers who are planning to participate, just going through all the procedures and safety procedures and everything like that. But once we were done here, we were able to go and drive the course just to go through and see what markers are for the half mile, 3/4, the mile, and the 2K, as well as to see where all the turnoffs were. Then the last thing we have to do is get the bike fired up and get it over to tech inspection to get it certified to race. The gentleman who did our tech inspection was really nice. He walked us through the process. He really liked the build, and thankfully it passed with flying colors. So like I said before, the first pass we have to do is called a rookie run. So we are competing in the 1 mile. So we had to do a 3/4 mile pass and then hold that speed until the mile. It's just something they want you to do to get used to the track and get used to the speed. And unfortunately, I didn't end up filming that because I figured it would be uneventful. Long story short, we had some engine troubles halfway through the run, and it was all I had just to get it across the mile marker because I had lost a cylinder. So we actually passed the mile marker doing about 33 miles an hour. And since it's an open record, that was now the new record for that class, which was embarrassing. But we were able to get the bike back in order, everything working again. So this pass you're about to see is our first pass after passing the rookie run, going the full 1 mile. that run obviously went way better than their first run, but we were nowhere near that 100 miles an hour. We probably would have needed another half mile to get close to it. So the only real option I had at this point was to drop one tooth on the front sprocket and give it a little bit more acceleration and less top end. But fortunately, dropping that one tooth on the front meant I wouldn't hit 100 miles an hour until about 11,000 RPM or a little bit over. And I really didn't want to push the bike that hard, but I figured at this point we're already down there. We've driven 5 hours. We put all this effort into it. And we have the record at 94 miles an hour, so we might as well just go for broke. So at the very end of the day, I was able to jump back into the staging lanes right before they closed to try to break that 100 mile an hour mark. We've kind of decided at this point that this would be the last run of the trip and we would head back in the morning. So I said a little prayer and just hoped this thing stayed together, because I was about to push it way harder than I ever had before.
miles an hour at the half. 94.518 miles an hour at the half. 99.053 at the three-quarter point.
Come on, John!
Yes. 103.
Yes!
022 at the mile.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
Yeah, that's exciting. Great job. Good job, buddy. So, Adam was going to say you did 80. We were hoping to make it back before you, because we had that run feel.
The run felt a lot better as far as the bumps.
Yeah.
I just kept my helmet off the tank a little bit.
Okay.
Thank God.
Put away, man. We were so happy. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we ended up running 103 miles an hour in the mile. If I hadn't redlined going into second and maybe pushed the shifts a little bit farther than I did, we probably could have got a couple mile an hour more. But we pretty much pushed it to the limits, even beyond the limits I was kind of comfortable with. But I just want to thank everybody that's watched the videos, sponsored the bike, just helped out in general, especially Adam and my brother for coming down to Arkansas, Mike Brown, who kind of walked us through the entire process of competing down there. It's just extremely helpful, and I'm very grateful. Before I wrap up this video, I got to say huge thanks to Rick's Motorsports Electrics. They sponsored this build early on when we were having issues with the charging system. With everything we have on this bike, it draws a lot of power, and if you guys work with these bikes at all, you know that the stock charging systems don't put out really enough power, in my opinion, to run a stock bike, let alone something like this with a really high draw fuel pump, the full EFI system, the touchscreen dash. I'll put up a picture of the data log I pulled from the final run we did. And at full tilt, as much power as I could put to this thing, for 45 seconds straight, this thing never dipped in power once. It was flatlined at the high, I think 13.5 volts or so. It never missed a beat. So huge shout out to them. Without them, this build just wouldn't be possible. Without that charging system, it would just be a paperweight. So again, huge shout out to them. If you guys are interested in any of their products, check out their website. I'll put a link in the description below. So again, a huge thank you to everybody that helped out. I'm not sure what we're gonna do for the next build or when that'll happen, but I'm sure there'll be something down the pipeline. But yeah, I'll work on this winter, and whatever I end up doing, I'll try to put a video together for it. But that's gonna wrap up this video. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.